Uh, uh, Hello? Is this thing on? It, it took a little bit of effort, but it's running. I'm still not sure how this whole live stream thingy works, despite already doing quite a few. Scheduled is, it was definitely a weird experience. Oh, let me get into the groove of things. I gotta refresh. Let me take a drink of water. Mm. Hello, hello. It is me, Authko. It's been a while. It's been a bit since my last stream. Oh dear, it says 4 months. Yeah, the things got a bit hectic in the past few months, cause school's ending. How to get the studies, education. It was a bit of a struggle, but new year, new me, new us, new body. Yeah, I think it worked. It's gonna work out in the end. So, I don't have a proper segue into this, so we're just gonna rip off the band-aid. Excuse me. Well, here we are. I I guess I can actually like talk about it now. Since oh wait, I didn't hit transition. Whoopsie. No, I did. Oh. I did hit transition. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. My screen is just delayed. We are here. We are back in the void. So yeah. So as I was saying, I can finally talk about this. I've always wanted to try and make my own model, because unfortunately money is not free and doesn't grow on trees. So as I tend to do, I like something but I can't afford it, then we try to do it ourselves. So I guess that's a little bit of the lore behind this. I tend to like to have control in that regard. Not necessarily like a control freak, but it's more just like, I guess it could be like a pride thing. I like being able to do everything myself. I like having the capability. So, I guess without further ado, I can finally show off the fruits of my labor as an artist. Uh, let's see. Does it appear that? Oh, whoops! I'm a little off center. I turned my phone off because I was I was fiddling with things. There there are there are feet. They are real. So I guess in your voice is so nice. Thank you. I'm very much trying. But so there it is. I can do steppies. That is certainly an achievement that I did, that I took on myself. Uh, I'm trying to keep this in the spirit of regular, I guess, VTuber reveals, since there is no sense. That is the end of the statement. If you can tell, I'm very nervous to showcase this, but it's coming down. We see. I guess it appears more purple on the screen, but black leggings, we can say, and the tall boots, which I'm actually pretty proud of, because drawing shoes, it's not exactly my forte, but I did my best. It took a lot of reference to get to this point. Oh, and then we get a little higher. We can start to see some physics, some jackets. I will say, the beginning this process of making something myself of this caliber took a lot of iteration, a lot of trial and error. You would probably never see how many files it took to get. Yeah. Oh, now we're starting to see a bit of a new color. We have the pockets that will move as well, and a little bit of red, a little bit of red and gold. Primarily red. I've never actually. This feels like I'm back in a classroom trying to present my work for critique. The pants, the coloring of the jacket and the pants, it was certainly an experience. I remember spending a lot of hours on that because getting coloring right of this like sort of not translucent, chromatic might be the word. There, I guess maybe like disclaimer that there is always room for improvement, that I may never truly be 100% satisfied with my work, but oops, I'm on center. I think I'd like to say at least for this I did a decent job. Alright, we get a little closer, see all the details that I painstakingly put in. We have a little bit of tummy. Never hurts to have, you know. Hey Authko, good to see you again. I know you may not recognize my name, but a few months ago I was showing you some Doomstyle stuff. Like, oh, I do remember that interaction we had. Yes. I guess in both of that time we've been a lot of change and hopefully improvement for the better. Now we start to see a bit of the flared collar. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to be describing all of this. I like the color palette a lot. Thank you. This model is Aspire's music. I hope we will continue that sentiment till we get to the top. This, I don't know, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it did take a lot of time, and I'm very proud of what I was able to learn in such a short time. Oh, do we see? No. Still a little a ways till we see the face. Oh, but if I go a little further, oh, what is that poking out there? Is that nothing? Because the whoops, my preview is a little smaller. But if we get down, oh, a little bit of chin. Oh. Good to see that you now have a body. It's good to have a body. I've on the verge of being narcissistic, but with this technology, the software, it has astounded me what is capable with just a 2D illustration. I mean, we've clearly seen it with all our favorite VTubers, I imagine, of how they perform and how they'll move around, but to actually do something like that myself, it is a surreal experience. I guess, are we ready to rip off the band-aid? I think we're ready to just boom. A far cry from blue, we seem to transition to red. There I am. That is me. This is me now. I can actually look at people. You can actually see me emote. Dude, getting everything to work must have been a nightmare. It still is. I can definitely do better, but that is just a standard that I set myself, maybe a tad too high. But I think it came out alright. And I can do a little more than just, well, actually, is the software working? Did I connect it? Because I did. I can oh, what? Oh, that looks like Bee Bridger face tracking. Am I right? Indeed. That I thought Bee Bridger would have been a lot more daunting, but it was. I say simple when I feel like I could do better, but still, it was a lot less daunting than I thought. I need to give myself more credit, which is why I will be patting my own back and my own shoulder for a bit. Uh, I don't know what would be like the proper segue. I mean, okay, we could do a few expressions, right? This is one I'm definitely most proud of. But we can also be a little more serious, a little more angry. Sometimes the anger turns into sinister, though. But if we really want to be angry, we can do full range of motion. What's the lore behind the barcode? You would have to ask a much younger version of myself by at least a couple years. So did you rig this yourself or did you get a commission? I did rig this myself. I rig and drew it myself, which is why the style may or may not change. I don't know if you will. It may be harder for people on the outside to notice. It is always the creators who will see their own flaws, mistakes, and or changes. So this is quite the mishmash of my own self. It is very old, but at the same time very new, because I redid everything. There was, you know what? I do have that power. Maybe I can find some files. I have an art folder somewhere that has all the variations of this model. I don't know how I can show this without it breaking. No, there's a folder. If I had to give lore behind this, it would be like, in my possession, I contain like how many failed in quotations models that just never saw the light of day? Probably like 7. How many have actually seen the light of day? I guess it would be 2 now, because the first one would be I don't know if any of you saw it last week around this time. A friend of mine that I've streamed with, Green Potter, I also did his model first. He's the one that it kind of pushed me to kind of go down this route to be able to make things of this caliber. So that was a big help, because I don't know how I could say, like, kind of get paralyzed when the things get difficult. Not often, but I tend to take long breaks, and I come back to things eventually, but he really kept me on track, on pace, and that's why this was able to be done. So this, out of my production, secondary finished model, and many more that may see the light of day. I don't know. I could probably sell them if the art was good, but that's not in the cards just yet. But anyway, without further ado, there's a lot more to this debut than just showcasing the model. This is just the first step. I have a bit of an itinerary, you could say. I was watching Theme Party's stream yesterday. His model is really nice too. Thank you. That also rig and drew myself. So yeah, we'll screw it. I do not have the window open. I am a fool. Alright. Boom. Oh, that's behind me. That is. So I mentioned something about school and being let out. That is behind the background. So I thought it'd be kind of funny, since, at least for me, school is starting again as well. I'm gonna take you to class. We are now in Studio 101 with Authko. Since usually VTubers do their little slideshow presentations, I thought I'd do a little one of my own. So, I guess here we go. Position myself nicely. About there should be fine, right? I gotta make sure to get in front of the chat as well. Oh, that's not the thing. That's not the thing. Boom. Boom. That is. We're professionals. We're professionals in this. All right. I guess on with this. On with the slides. So, a little about me. I guess nickname is I've already been active for a little bit, but for the uninitiated who may or may not have read, yes, online I go by the name Authko and or Auth, as some people like to call me as well. You may see that last one is that's a new one, Christy Fortis. That is a pseudonym. I don't know if anyone's noticed with my previous works, but when I make music, I tend to have to use a we can't see. I forget. I'm using studio mode to prepare. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. So rewind. Yes, Studio 101. Yes, welcome to class. We are going over the syllabus. I'll be your professor, Authko. None of that happened. Okay, so again, nickname author Authko, but I have also a pseudonym that I go by, Christy Fortis. The reason being, when I have produced my music, it often needs a official name to be listed. Obviously, I do not wish to give my confidential name, but there is a name that I can go by, and that was Chris D. Fortis. You do not need to call me that, but some people may prefer that. Yes, one may, I guess, be able to call me Chris as well. So that Authko or Chris. Age, I can say old enough to drink a beer, not old enough to enjoy a beer. It tastes like medicine to me, but that is where I will leave you at that. I guess a little check-in. We are still live and this is functioning, and I didn't mess up the transitions again. Yeah, a height, generous 5'10". I'm not the tallest in the world, but I am fairly proud of my height, so I think that's nice to have. I could also say taller than Green Potter if I want to throw shade, but we won't talk about that. Vocation, one could say, if it hasn't been made painfully aware. Music production. I do like to write and produce music. I produce all my songs. 5'10", you are shoulder height to me? How tall are you? You don't need to answer that. Then I guess I am short in the views of the world. But yes, I do like to produce my own music, and so that is the vocation that I go by. But I also, as you can tell, art was originally my first passion. That is kind of waned, but has never left. It has always come in use. So yeah. Birthday. If we need a birthday, since that is kind of important as well, then I like to think January 27th would be a nice placeholder birthday, since that is the day that the channel that I post on was created. It took me quite a while to actually begin posting on that, but that creation has to be special in some regard, since that is the channel I use and how everything started. Languages, obviously primarily speak Spanish, pero también puedo hablar español si quiero. It should be my native tongue. I was quite reluctant to learn it, but if I need to, I can work that out. I find it funny, I'm looking at the comments and I can also see myself in the preview. Look at the comments, this is uncanny. Is a range of motion I've never had before. And I guess if I were to be forced to stand up in the middle of a class and present myself, a tenacious young music producer trying to gather as many skills as I can and express everything through song. I like making what I enjoy. If I had to go further into that, that is, I actually received a comment on a video that kind of asked me what my inspiration was for like the music I write, which is like, why do I do it? And it really just devolves to, I like making what I enjoy. It's a little deeper, like, I enjoy many things. Of course, I enjoy anime. With the model, the drawings doesn't make it clear, and the style of music I write. I liked Vocaloid a lot when I was younger, and that's kind of what inspired me to start drawing in the first place. Is that these things, this media, this content I take in, impacts me so much that it just compels me to try and recreate that same magic that it bestowed upon to me. So if I had to give a reason, I guess that would be it. I just like making the things I enjoy and try to do it to the best of my ability. Further along, mitosis, since I already talked about this. Yes, usually VTubers have a mama and papa, so to speak. I am a mushroom. I am a fungus. I think that is how those go, where I birthed and created myself. At least in the online sphere. It took effort, but we've been over that. So yeah, I am my own mother and father. That is quite the feat. A few hobbies and interests. We've gone over it. Music production, of course. I love making music, primarily in the rock variety, but I have also done more jazz as well, inspired. I guess I've dabbled a bit into like electronic music as well in the past, though if I were to be honest, electronic is not my most favorite type of music, which is why it kind of devolved more into like electro swing kind of thingies. But it was like ska. It was but a phase. My primary genre has always been rock, and then a nice, if I want to settle down, nice jazz or bossa nova. Your model moves so well, it's so fluid, the rigging is really good. Thank you. I'm glad that the work paid off on my end. Always hobbies, digital art. I drew the model. I draw a lot of things. I've drawn to date still. I would like to work on other people with my music videos in terms of art as well, but at least to current date, I've drawn all the music videos, all the art for my music videos. So that is, the digital art has come in handy. I actually went to a kind of a special school for art as like a vocation, but I never ended up pursuing that. Music kind of stole me away. But I try to keep up every now and then, trying to make sure my skills don't go to waste. I can't say unfortunately, but I wanted to come say hi. Oh, thank you, Brainless. It was nice of you to stop by. It means a lot. Oh, I think I can actually showcase this a little bit. So, I'm stepping away from it a little bit. Another hobby of mine is guitar. I kind of need it if I want to make music. So, did that work? That did not work. I don't believe. Hold on. Oh, is it hidden? Pardon as I try and figure out what's... Oh, I had to transition it. So, I obviously I need instruments if I wish to create music, and to do that, I do in fact play guitar. It is my favorite instrument because it is also the only instrument I can play proficiently. So I can do things like... I love this instrument, and it is helped me along the way. It's been the same guitar, same green Telecaster that I bought many years ago and has carried me very well through all the songs that I created. So any of the guitar playing you've heard in my music has been me, and I've done it with this. Alright. If we go on to games and anime and all this stuff, scared me. It might have been a bit loud. I didn't change the audio. It's because I'm still learning music production. Obviously, I'm not a professional, but the reasoning for that is because guitar music, I guess, nowadays tends to try and become the loudest as it possibly can. So that was close to 0 decibels. My voice, I do not tend to yell much at all, so that might have been a bit of a disparity for you. I apologize. Moving on. Games. Oh, give me a second. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, okay, we are back. That's unfortunately of my setup. It sometimes decides to jump with the way I've messed with the audio devices. Like a little check-in that my voice is still working. The meters seem to be working. I see myself moving on the stream. I say that it's functioning. This is looking at the wrong stream for a hot minute. I apologize. Oh, I should have sent a message to all the people. Oh, I did forget about that. E-ball. Anyway. The games, yeah, I tend to like fighting games and RPGs. So those are, I wouldn't say guilty pleasure, but definitely favorites that not everyone likes to enjoy with me. I guess if there's one moment that I do get loud, it is in fighting games. I am unfortunately very toxic when it comes to those because I love disrespecting people in fighting games. That's my version of in Minecraft. I love being cocky in that regard. Unfortunately, not everyone enjoys that. It does tend to push them away, but eventually I convince them back, or at least I try to. I'll be better in the future. I will definitely try and be better in the future with that. But in terms of JRPGs, I love Persona, Xenoblade, those games. I love a good story-based game. And I guess one of a surprising recent favorites, which I didn't expect, Silksong. I can confer. I'm also getting used to the delay. Yeah, I could confirm. Blitz may have suffered a fair bit to my fighting game shenanigans. But yeah, one that surprised me was Silksong. I tend to gravitate towards harder games, or like setting a very high difficulty for myself, just so I can get the enjoyment of surpassing it and the elation. Silksong had that by default. Never in my life will I try Steel Cell mode, but I do enjoy a good challenge as well. To anime, I guess this ends up more in my wheelhouse of like what inspires my works as well. I guess jumping a little back and forth, one of the hobbies I've taken to is writing as well. Though I've never actually published anything, it is still in the works. The things that inspire that writing is definitely like all-time favorite anime-wise is Steins Gate. That was a fundamental core part of my upbringing in middle school. It like probably sounds exaggerative, but definitely probably not an exaggeration. Probably defined me as a person. That, without getting to spoilers, even though it's a decade old or more than a decade old, just the perseverance of the protagonist and how those kind of situations emotional moments, those I feel like turned me into a better person. How like to not give up on things despite literally the world being against you. Oh, a nice mix of thinkers and high energy lunacy anime. Of course. Well, I like them. I like them for different reasons. Cause Steins Gate, Bunny Girl Senpai, those anime are a lot of, even Bunny Girl Senpai, deceptively thinking, deceptively deep in their content that really like hits you in an emotional place, and if it hits you at the right time, it just has a great effect on you. Down the Dawn and Eminence in Shadow, a little more like, I don't tend to like more actiony, like I can't say brain dead, that's not right, but like I'm not the biggest fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, but I can appreciate the art. But somehow like Down the Dawn, in that the art is just so appealing to me, that at least in the way that it's animated, that and the comedy of it all really just like draws you in. It was a sleeper hit for me that I didn't expect to like so much. Eminence in Shadow, that just speaks to the edgy teenager in my soul. Because it's like unapologetically cringy in a good way. So another and probably also one of the few anime that got me to read the manga, because it somehow, in all its goofy fantasy shenanigans, hits the same kind of not quite sci-fi, but story beats the essence that I also get from Steins Gate. Very little the way they work between, I don't want to spoil it, but the way they work between their certain realm, that interests me to no end. It comes to no surprise if I move on to visual novels, the entire Society V franchise. I mean, there's a reason I like Steins Gate, there's a reason I'm gonna like the rest of Society V. I love the science adventure series, and for that reason I just mentioned, is just the way their world works, the structure of all these like concepts, all these scientific concepts that like in the real world, okay, yeah, obviously it's not gonna work, you can't invent time travel, it just doesn't function, but theorizing how these real world concepts can create such a tense thriller and just move the story in a way that just enough makes sense, the plausibility, using something plausible to create something extraordinary, that is what draws me in. And that all those kind of things influence the way I write my little short stories and characters, and I guess also my music to some extent. And the music itself, I think it makes no surprise, I've talked about it, at least I try to talk about it endlessly. I love Arctic Monkeys. I love the Last Shadow Puppets, which is, it feels like cheating because it's just Arctic Monkeys, but not Arctic Monkeys, just the lead singer. And Muse. I love rock music, but also can't love when the rock can also be a little bit chill, but very much the, I guess one could say, the bombastic nature of rock music. I don't know if that's the right words, but it is my go-to, it is my favorite. And a little bit of random one there. My friends got me into Magic the Gathering. Worst mistake that they could ever make. Oh, my good friend Rachel Slime says Epsil. I don't know what that means. Try again. I feel like I'm ranting, but I guess this is about myself to some extent. So yeah, those are the things that define me as a person. Now to likes and dislikes. Obviously everything I talked about, sci-fi, rock, it's a given. Nothing like a good dose of rock in the musical diet, of course. The rock is the best music in the world. Change my mind, you can't. Despite everything I said about liking Society V, I can read. I can enjoy reading. Unfortunately, it takes a lot for me to actually crack open a book, which feels sacrilegious because I love visual novels, but I guess the visual part is what's dragging me into it. I know I may be I'm sacrilegious, but that tends to be me. Though I have tried, and I might try and get better at that in the future. But I do not like me. Also, on the opposite end of the spectrum, I love rock music. I despise country, unfortunately. It is like the one genre I cannot get behind and will turn the radio to find a better station. I apologize to any people that actually love country. I fortunately might be in the wrong place. I had to balance this one out because it feels like a stereotype of the kind of person. But yes, I do love sushi, and it's not to be on a bandwagon. It has become a favorite. Every time I have a birthday or a celebration, first thing I do, mother, we gotta get sushi. It's time to spend the good money. But on the other end of the spectrum, I do love Peruvian cuisine as well. Both of those I would say are my absolute favorite types of food. And another sacrilegious part of Peruvian cuisine, my dad tries to convince me, but I cannot agree. I hate soup. We're gonna gloss over the job one. I feel like that's a given. But yeah, I don't like soup. I think we just end that one day. Fighting games is a given, but I can't get behind the shooter. These are all the good, the bad. These are opposites of the same coin. I love fighting games. I love the competitive nature of it. Heaven forbid my friends convince me to play a shooter and to get on CSGO or Call of Duty. It has just... Black Ops 3 kind of won my heart a little bit, but it's just... I'm not good at them. I'm not good at them, and they are not good for me. They hurt my soul. And I guess kind of the same, but in a different regard, I hate being bad at rhythm games. I do enjoy a good rhythm game. I played Unbeatable in basically a few days sitting. It was the new rhythm game that came out the other day with a great story that I enjoyed a lot. Fortunately, I could not get past hard difficulty in the actual arcade mode, I guess you could say, of it. I'm bad at those, which feels wrong. It feels like I should be good at it. That as a musician, I should be good at a rhythm game. You have to keep rhythm regardless, and yet somehow it's like drawing and writing, which are not equivalent. I have chickens. I hope people would agree that this model is well done enough, but I cannot write to save my life. And the same goes for rhythm games. I can play as much guitar as I want, but I can never full clear a song. But that's just me. I guess, I don't know if I'd say inspiration. I guess inspirations, yeah, and just likes. Little dichotomy here. Obviously, Hololive is a given. I mean, I'm trying VTubing. I made a model. That feels, if I didn't say I liked Hololive, feels like, well, now I'm just lying. Now I'm just lying to myself. But also, a sleeper pick for me, I seem to really love Northern Lion for some reason. One could even say an inspiration, just the way he is so eloquent with his own words in the most strangest of ways has become my favorite streamer. I've obviously cannot stay to watch a stream for that long, but when I see the clips of it, it's just so interestingly comedic, just the way he can turn a simple situation to some bombastic nature of some word salad that just hits you in the soul. One would be surprised most guitarists, for example, can't play Guitar Hero to save their life. I can't either! Well, I also don't have a Guitar Hero controller. Not your rhythm, so to speak, yeah. But I don't know. I got Rock Band because was it Rock Band? I believe it was the one where you play an actual guitar, which took way too long to set up. But having started Rock Band, that also didn't work. That's because you actually had to play the full songs. If I'm learning a song, I can take my time. I look at tabs. I look at the tablature and I can read it. I can play it. It might take a little bit. Now, Rock Band, where you actually have to play a real guitar. Oh my days! I had to give up. I had to give up. I tried learning bass with that, and it just did not compute because it's just all right. You're thrown in that you're performing live, and you gotta get it right or you gotta get out. And but I would maybe try to do that as a stream again as well, like Rock Band, because that could be like a guitar practice, so to speak. That's Guitar Smith. Rock Band has a mic and drums. I can open up my Steam library to see. Oh, Rocksmith. Rocksmith, that's the one. Rock Band is just like Guitar Hero 2. Don't kill me for that. That's just how I see it. I'm not gonna bother looking for it. So yeah, those are likes and dislikes. Now, for what I'm actually gonna be doing on stream, I do want to start streaming more. So I guess, but what would I actually be doing in that regard? Probably a little gaming. I've done music production before, but now I can do it, more upgraded with all this model. I could also do a few drawing streams, for example, if I'm making a music video. If I'm going to be spending the hours to draw something, I might as well showcase it as well. So maybe like little behind the scenes of how the music is made. And in that regard, also guitar playing maybe. I don't know. I'm not a singer. Unfortunately, I would like to learn, but I'm not a singer. But what I am is a musician. So perhaps I could do a bit of guitar playing as well, like in place of a karaoke, to learn a song, to play along with a song. That I could definitely do. Though it would take a little bit of setup to see how that functions. Stream some Magic? One day, maybe. I would have to get it set up where I cannot, put a camera to show the cards on my desk, as well as use my phone, because my camera has been my phone when we play. And I can't do both of those at the same time. I don't know, maybe. I don't know about these hashtags, because I've seen that some VTubers require them. I thought I'd try make some myself. I actually thank Green Potter for the first one, because I cannot find a way to do a sort of fan art thing. It feels a bit pretentious of me to have one of those, but why not? Why not? If we're gonna be doing this, might as well prepare for it and hope for the best. So if one so desired, I guess the fan art for myself would be Authko, and I guess the hashtags for when I go live and the stream discussion would be Liveco. They may change in the future. I don't know if we can come up with better ideas, but those will be those for now. That's what I've settled on, and I think they work. You're welcome, Twin. Thank you, Twin. So a few goals for the future. Those are the activities, but what am I actually gonna do for the long run? I definitely want to release more original music. That is always gonna be a given. How much? Depends on my workload and my creativity, but I definitely do have some sleepers in the works, in the background. So I released a lot of music last year. I don't know how, I feel like I've seen other people release a lot more, but for me, I feel like if I counted it all, an album and few songs, there was like 13 songs around that I released last year. I don't think I'm gonna hit 13 again, but I do want to release more music, and I want them to be better than before. I think with every passing day, every few months, I can do so much better, definitely. Telephobia surprised me with the reception it did, but now when I go back to it, I enjoy the composition I made. But I feel like I could make something way more better now. But it's all an uphill battle, but it's one that I am more than capable of taking. I guess that counts as the second point as well, to make another album. I've made one, and I think by nature of my education, I'm kind of forced to make another. But yes, so that having another album would be nice. And what the themes would be? I don't know, because Egoistic Paranoia, my first album, it's kind of like a compilation of just songs that loosely fit the themes that I tend to write about anyway. I don't know how to make a true other album with an all-encompassing theme. But it would be nice to ideate. Another thing, I do want to do more collabs. That is something that I've always like wanted to do, but just never had the opportunity. It's never presented itself, but it's also because I haven't presented myself. I need to get myself more out there. But that is something I would like to do. He's already got one that's arguably better than the Telephobia in the works. If you believe that, then I'm happy. I don't know, I'm very critical of my own music, but I do think I've gotten better. Oh, this one's a big one. This one, though, has the biggest asterisk. I've been streaming on and off, like, without a proper schedule because of, it was just like, oh, maybe want to try it, you know, maybe do a little bit here and there. But I cracked down on my music. I got more of my stuff out there. I kind of want to crack down on my streaming as well, to have things out there. I want to do more stuff. I want to present more stuff, as well as the making videos. So don't quote me on this, but I will try to stream once a week if possible. This latest semester is going to be a bit of a pain, because technically I may or may not have a weekend or a break at all, but I think I should have time to get at least something once a week. If not, I don't know, my friends will beat me up for it. They'll keep me accountable. So I would like to do that, and maybe even collab with my friends, since some of them are trying out this venture as well. That could also be my accountability buddy. So yeah, I get this is the part of the class. We've gone through the syllabus. This is the moment for people to ask questions. So I'll give that a bit of a moment, because I did not realize there's actually quite a big stream delay. But that's fine. It eases the bandwidth. That's the end of the slides for now. I do have some things planned though still. Not that much longer, but it is a little something I prepared, which requires a little guitar. Hey, if I'm being held to once a week, you are being held to a once a week. Well, then we will hold each other accountable. For what days I'm available, though, I will have to definitely see with my current schedule. May have missed from earlier, but what did you have an inspiration for your design? That is a very good question. I did not mention that, and to be honest, I don't know. This is another thing that is unfortunately with me, is that I have very bad memory, and if I were to go to my files, I don't know how old this model is, but I do know that it is at least a few years old. So the inspiration might be lost on me. I may not know anymore what inspired it. But I think at least I wanted something that could attempt to match the energy of my music in some regard. I didn't want something too out there that was like, that I would never be able to become, but something, I guess one could say, energetic, which is kind of a juxtaposition because I don't feel myself to be too energetic. I just wanted something appealing. Also, a lot of Pinterest references. I'm like, what's a model that I could get behind myself? And I just went to Pinterest. I saw, like, I like these clothes. I like this aesthetic. We will put them together and see what comes of it. Also, someone asked what was the lore behind the barcode. To be honest, there is unfortunately may not be any, or at least if there was, it is lost on me. I have become a product now. That is the new lore. I'm simply I'm a marketable model, and you can scan me at checkout. That is what we'll go with. Yeah, that makes sense. Easy on the eyes, so not bad. Thank you. Alright. This is the part I've been dreading, because it kind of puts me on the spot, but uh, there is something planned, and I guess we will get on with it. It is not a Rick roll. We will not be doing a Rick roll, but oh, hold on. I had to prepare myself. All right. So I to match the model, I've made it red, but since I said it was a green Telecaster, this is actually the same Telecaster model that I used for a Telephobia, just recolored for the stream purposes because I thought it was funny. Um, that's not on. Volume warning for those of you in attendance. This might be a little loud. All right. That is a guitar. So, since I mentioned wanting to, well, first we'll see if it works. This is kind of impromptu. I practiced for it. If it's not laggy, since I'm doing a lot right now, I've never tested this with V Bridger and all the studios. So let me mute it real quick. I'll see if this works. If it doesn't work, we'll skip to the other part. Okay, I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. So I said I want to do guitar playing, maybe a little kind of guitar karaoke sort of deal. So I've prepared something, a song that may not be finished. It is a cover. So the this song is kind of special to me because it's kind of what started my production in a sense. There are like two songs I can cite as like I feel really opened up my ability to play and produce, kind of like my study material. The first one was Venom by Kairiki Bear. That was one of my big earlier influences, but I think the one that had the bigger impact was Alien Alien by Naitan Seijin, or Naitan Alien, whichever one you prefer. So, in spirit of that, I dusted off an old project, and I will present it to you now as a sort of live demonstration, a playback. It's a concert. So, bear with me. Haven't played live in a while, but without further ado, I will try my best. Actually, let me move this as well so it can still look at me because I tend to stare at my guitar. All right, here we go.
Go
Well, yeah, that is that is currently the best of my ability after being rusty. So, as the days move on, we will get better. There will always be better. But yeah, that. I'm not sure how to segue out of that, but that is my performance. I'm gonna have to finish that one up, but I will upload that in the future. There is one last thing I want to leave the chat with. For we have reached the 1 hour mark. I've presented everything about myself, so my final words are a premiere. Since I didn't want to just leave off on a cover, I've been doing a lot of covers, which I enjoy, but I do want to do more stuff of myself. So I think we'll move back over to the talk. I have one original song for you. That is my premiere. I'm bad at this segueing, but this one is a special one, which actually coincides with a lot of the slides I was doing. I am very much inspired by Steins Gate. That is one of my like fundamental core values. So this song is kind of inspired by that as well. So without further ado, I present to you my latest song, To You Standing at the Bounds of This World. If it will present itself.
Don't think too hard, don't be afraid to let go. Don't you cry for me, cause I'll be back tomorrow. Where the time and space is aligned, that's where you'll find me sitting right by your side. Shed these shackles of chaos bend, I break them to reach you past the open horizon. Where time comes to an end, back to begin.
On the black parade, another day passes by since you left the game. Couldn't keep yourself together, now nobody remains. I'm maybe 6 feet into this illusion you made.
I wish I called when I had time, now you got no lifeline. Couldn't keep in touch, does that make me the bad guy?
Too late now for apologies, was late the time for eternity.
So now, we found ourselves again, entangled in this way, spinning in circles, we're not in here still. Beyond the veil I'm going off the rails.
Fate just takes so easily. Can I never let this overflow of mystery?
Don't think too hard, don't be afraid to let go. Don't you cry for me, cause I'll be back tomorrow. Where the time and space is aligned, that's where you'll find me sitting right by your side. Should these shackles of chaos bend, I'll break them to reach you past the open horizon. Where time comes to an end, back to begin.
Sitting like it's daylight savings, but the day without you in it doesn't ease my stress. And lay awake at night, I'm staring at the ceiling, feeling like if I don't hard, I can see through heaven.
In the morning arrives with not a big surprise, not a thing has changed, you never left my mind.
Are you there?
Are you there?
Are you where?
Are you where? The same old, same old. So now we found ourselves again, entangled in this way, spinning in circles, we're not in here still. Beyond the veil I'm going off the rails.
Fate just takes so easily. Can I never let this overflow of mystery?
Don't think too hard, don't be afraid to let go. Don't you cry for me, cause I'll be back tomorrow. Where the time and space is aligned, that's where you'll find me sitting right by your side. Should these shackles of chaos bend, I'll break them to reach you past the open
I'm back. Now I'm waiting for the stream to catch up, but I can see that it's near the end. So yeah, that is my song, and that is all I have for you today. So I thank everyone who has stopped by. Thank you for listening to me, and I guess I will see you later. I will see, this is the perfectionism in me. I feel like there's still some things I can do with that song to make it better, but I think I will leave it as is unless proven otherwise. Bueno, now that's some goodness. Thank you. Yeah, you can expect that one to be uploaded in the near future as the streaming services take time to catch up. So I will see everyone later. Thank you for coming to my debut. As holding myself accountable, I will see you next week with probably some gaming for a little break from all the performance stress. I'll most likely be playing Shin Megami Tensei 5 since I got the remake or the expanded Vengeance, so I'll be starting that. Probably playing it on the hardest difficulty and hating myself for it, but it'll be a good time. So, I don't have an outro, so bye bye. Oh, where's the Oh, I also apologize for the delays. I will try and work out scheduling next time. Bye bye, bye bye.